everybody. I'm Congressman Dean Phillips from Minnesota's 3rd Congressional District, and I'm so excited to be participating in Share the Mic Minnesota and turn over my mic to Junita Flowers, who's got a remarkable story making awesome cookies. She uses cookies to inspire conversation. I use coffee to inspire conversation. And I love the fact that I can share my platform with her and start some interesting conversations, ones that we should all be having over cookies and coffee. So great to be with you, Junita.
Good to be with you too, Congressman. I love coffee. I love cookies.
Well, then we're already a match made in heaven. So tell me, tell me about your story. How did you get to making cookies and creating the conversations that you are right now?
So my cookie company, Junita's Jar, is all about creating conversations to educate and eliminate relationship violence against women. And the cookies, being in the kitchen, actually comes from my childhood. I'm one of 8. And so my grandmother came over once a week to help my mom prepare meals. And so we spent tons of time in the kitchen. That's where conversations happened. That's where connections happened. That's where history was kind of made for our family. Those are the best times of my life, of my childhood. Fast forward to my life as an adult, post-college, I was married, and I was in an abusive relationship for a little over 12 years. And when I was able to sort of emotionally escape, it was going back to what I knew. It was baking cookies. That was something that allowed me just to kind of be in a different space in those trying times. And so when I got on the other side of the relationship and decided to start my life over, I decided I wanted to use my voice to create change. And so I took something that represents the best part of my life and the best part of my childhood, being in the kitchen, and some of the most trying times of my life, experiencing abuse against women, and bringing those things together to create change. Because something as simple as food, a cookie, because cookies and food is all about bringing people together, sharing something that welcomes vulnerability. It welcomes sort of just this open door for conversation. And so I can bring people together that even with something as simple as a conversation, we can begin to change the narrative. So that's Junita's job.
Even as you talk about it, I think about being with my mom and grandma in the kitchen well, I never waited till the cookies were made. Of course, I ate the dough right out of the, right off the mixer. But that's just me. No one else does that.
No, that was the best part.
So Junita, what's it like to be an entrepreneur right now during COVID, starting an enterprise with such an important purpose, no pun intended, from scratch?
It's not easy. It's one of those things where I jokingly say to people, it's one of those things you wake up in the morning, and entrepreneurship, it takes all your resources, all your energy. You work so hard and you feel like it's taking everything, but then you go to being like, oh my gosh, but I just love it. And I just got to get up again tomorrow and try it again. So it's really hard, but the fact that I can use my platform, my business to satisfy the sweet tooth cravings of people using something as simple as cookies and childhood memories, and then using the voice for change, that makes a difference. That inspires me to keep going every day. So in spite of the hardships, and if I go back to 2020, where we all were experiencing hardship, it was a really difficult year, but building a social enterprise is like building 2 businesses. And 2020 gave me permission to really focus and lean in and building a profitable cookie company first, and then building the mission second. So it gave me permission to actually focus on my business and figure out how we can make that work by any means necessary.
So where can people find the cookies?
So Junita's Jar is an e-commerce company. It's on our website at junitasjar.com. We're launching on Amazon. We're in the process of doing that now and building out some other e-commerce partnerships, but primarily we're an e-commerce company.
Nice. So if you can wave your magic wand, your cookie wand, where do you want Junita's Jar to be 5-10 years from now? Tell us a little more about the mission and what you'll consider great success.
So in 2019, I gave a TEDx talk called It All Begins with Hope. And it really talks about my journey of being in a place where I literally was ready to give up on life because I felt like it was just too hard and I couldn't make any headway. And it was something as simple as looking out the window one day and thinking, maybe there's something more to this. And that little spark of hope was what got me up and at least headed in the right direction. And so my goal really is to get cookies and conversation in the home of every home across America, bringing people to the table, talking about some of those tough conversations so that together we can create change first in our homes and then in our community. And we don't have to wait for something tragic to happen, but we can begin to create those connections at home. So we want Junita's Jar across America in every home, inspiring those meaningful conversations.
I love it. Well, you made me more hopeful, and I can't wait. You've got a great partner in me. I'll bring the coffee, you bring the cookies, and we're going to ignite some darn important conversations. Can't wait to work with you.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to. Thanks for all that you do to represent Minnesota.
Right back at you. Thanks, Junita.
Thank you.